when your mental state of mind is like very anxious and you feel like there's a lot going on and you can't really focus on certain things. And I guess like every activity that you do just kind of like dreadful in a way, and just like you have really negative energy going into activities.
I define stress as anything that is an obstacle or some sort of problem in my life that I'm uncertain how to deal with, and that causes me some sort of anxiety usually.
When I perceive stress, it's kind of like everything's very overwhelming and it's very hard to process. I think stress is when you take on too much, and it's not something that your body and your mind can handle. I think it's like super important to know your limits when you're stressed, but like oftentimes it's very not easy to do so, especially in our capitalistic society, where we're all kind of forced to be as productive as possible.
For me, stress is a feeling that I'm powerless, that I'm not able to control my body, my thoughts, or anything that is going on in my life. I think that is a kind of like mental state that I feel anxious all the time, that I feel like guilty about what I'm doing because I'm not doing like good enough. So yeah, that's how I define stress.
Midterms, I just try to stay calm as possible and just study as much as I can, and whatever happens, happens.
I've been feeling stressed and overwhelmed. It's different being back on campus and taking tests and doing papers again in person. So I've been trying to hang out with friends again, and just prioritizing taking time for my mental health in between my papers and studying for tests.
I mean, like everyone, probably like nervous and stressed out about it, but I just make sure that I take breaks when I'm studying. Like I don't just go and pull all-nighters, and usually that helps me. Taking breaks and stuff helps me get through it.
Yeah, I think my biggest thing with midterms is like trying to time manage things properly. Being able to find a balance between work and play. And I think I've been doing all right at that because I was able to be productive yesterday, and so trying to make sure I get my homework out of the way, right? So I have time to study, so I don't have to worry about doing the homework and studying.
So I have a good bit of responsibility now, both in class from all this homework, all these groups I'm a part of, to also extracurricular activities such as research and being a part of various student orgs around campus. And I think a big struggle with all this added responsibility is managing my time efficiently. At least for the first couple of weeks going into this, I was very stressed out because I didn't know what to do. I was like not having enough time to do homework. I didn't have enough time for social activities. I felt like I was overworked, and I was burning out every day. But like definitely learning how to manage my time helped me a lot.
These days, since I am about to graduate around next year, career-wise, it is a little stressful. Trying to find internships, jobs, that kind of thing. I guess I'm stressful to see, where my career life will lead to. Yeah.
I think when I like procrastinate, and then when I'm like I have to do everything like last minute, I get stressed.
Finding an internship or some kind of work. I wouldn't say it's too stressful. It's just kind of tedious, but once you get an interview and all that, then it becomes a little stressful because you start wondering like, oh, what can I do better? What should I do so I can make sure I get that internship?
I'm just thinking about that right now.
I've definitely been trying in general to like change my mindset every day to taking things slower, whether that means, taking a 10-minute break when I'm in a class and I'm feeling overwhelmed, making sure that my body is like well nourished with water and food. And then I just definitely have some like very intentional practices like journaling or doing an art project, really just to de-stress and I think feel connected with my emotions in a way that helps me understand them.
I have a thing on my to-do list that says like do gratitude every day, and it's kind of just me
finding something random that I'm like, oh, thank you for existing, because if you didn't exist, my life would be sad. And then it goes from like, thank you for the internet, or like, thank you for like my family existing, to like, wow, the trees are green today.
I'm really blessed to have like a good friend group that really cares about me here. So I just try to like see them and like hang out with them as much as possible. And if not that, listening to music and like watching movies, like, that's also stuff that I really enjoy. It helps me de-stress.
I think there's always an urge to be productive, and sometimes that urge is really helpful. But if you're just trying to relax on the weekend and you think you have to get something done, sometimes that's just all in your head. Sometimes you don't have to be productive. And if you're always working on something, then you're never really relaxing. Even if it's something more so like a hobby that you're just trying to get better at, sometimes you just have to dedicate time to complete leisure where you're not trying to accomplish something. And I think that not only helps you spend your other time more effectively, but it also really does let you truly de-stress.
Don't let your work or your workload define who you are. Don't be that person who's always cooped up in the room all day, because even if you may get a lot done, you know, we're social creatures. We need to talk to each other. So, you know, maybe if it's not every day, but you know, at least once a week, go out, meet someone new, say hi, make a new friend. If you do that, you know, I really do feel that that will help with your stress level.
I mean, all I gotta say is, even if you guys are feeling really stressful, I mean, it's not the end of the world. I mean, I've felt an immense amount of stress. I thought, you know, it's like game over, it's the end, but really it's not. There's always tomorrow, and tomorrow will be better, hopefully.
Fight on.
Fight on.
Fight on.
Fight on.
Fight on.
Yeah, fight on.
Fight on.
Hope you guys liked our video today, and as always, Give is always here for you. Hope you guys aren't too stressed out during midterm season.
And please don't forget to like this video and stay connected with us on our Instagram at give_USC. Thank you. Fight on.